Hello gamers, this is Sai, and welcome back to Which Way Games. Now, why should you never have a fight with a samurai? He's certainly a cut above the rest, and with that being said, let's get on with the video. Welcome back to part 2 of my Onimusha Retrospective, but for those that haven't checked out part 1, I highly recommend you do, and for those that have, let's continue. With the success of the first 2 games, Capcom knew that they had another golden goose in their hands.
I'd buy that for $1.
However, at the time, one gaming series was dominating the world of gaming, especially with its own take on traditional fighting games. Super Smash Bros. Melee was loved by gamers all over, who couldn't get enough of the fantastic gameplay, and seeing that this popularity was on the rise, Capcom released Onimusha Blade Warriors. For Onimusha fans, this was a bit of a departure from the main series, and although Onimusha Blade Warriors had good intentions, it couldn't quite emulate the success of the Super Smash Bros. Series of games.
God damn it! Oh!
Despite this, the popularity surrounding the Onimusha games was growing and growing, and eventually, the world of handheld gaming had an Onimusha game all their own. Onimusha Tactics had a gaming style similar to the Mega Man Battle Network series of games. However, Samanosuke and Jubayugyu were not the main protagonists for this classic game for the Game Boy Advance. The new hero was called Unimaru, and although Onimusha Tactics is classed as a side story within the franchise, it's still an endearing game to play, although for some gamers, it flew under the radar without them noticing.
Lost the bleeps, I've lost the sweeps, and I've lost the creeps.
The what? The what? And the what?
Now, it was inevitable that a third installment would make its presence known in the Onimusha series. But of course, Capcom had always had plans of making the franchise to be a trilogy. However, with 2 games under their belt, Capcom knew that they had their work cut out for them, especially if they had any hopes of surpassing the success of the first 2 games. With the Onimusha series returning back to its gaming roots, the fantastic Onimusha 3 was released, but gone with the pre-rendered backgrounds, and in their place were 3D environments with a fantastic story that involved time travel.
Oh, great Scott!
Onimusha 3 Demon Siege sees the return of Samanosuke Akechi, who was still on a quest to stop Nobunaga Oda and his army of demons, but this time the adventure transcends time itself, causing Samanosuke to switch places in time with French officer Jacques Blanc. Jacques Blanc is portrayed by Jean Reno, who has starred in several films throughout his long career of acting, and one film in particular that has gained a bit of a cult following will be Leon the Professional, definitely one not for kids. When released, Onimusha 3 Demon Siege proved to be highly popular both with gamers and critics. Onimusha 3 felt like the perfect addition to the series. Everything was improved upon, ranging from the graphics, the story, and even the tank-like controls made famous by Resident Evil. Onimusha 3 felt perfect for most gamers, especially with the addition of analog controls, but over in Japan, they had something a bit more special.
Oh, really?
Japanese gamers were given the chance to play Onimusha 3 on a katana controller, which if gamers swung, then Samanosuke would slice and dice his enemies.
Look, you stupid bastard, you've got no arms left. Yes, I have. Look, it's just a flesh wound.
From the success of Demon Siege, it would go on to inspire other games within the fantastic world of gaming. But eventually, the Onimusha series would go on a slight hiatus. But during this time, the love for the trilogy only grew and grew, and from this, gamers wanted more.
I want some more.
More? All right, stop it. Stop it right there.
Of course, Capcom heard the call of gamers, and so released Onimusha Dawn of Dreams to the world of gaming. That starred a new hero called Soki, who was the essence of cool.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Gameplay for Dawn of Dreams was even more action-packed, bringing with it new enemies, weapons, and even allies to aid Soki on his adventure. And one other thing that returned from the previous games was the ability of upgrading new weapons, magic, and even our new hero Soki himself. This mix of action-adventure with RPG elements was a nice touch. And speaking of this particular genre, it does remind me of the amazing Chrono Trigger, perhaps one timeline I'll look at in the future.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Not only was Dawn of Dreams a new adventure for Onimusha fans, but admirers of the series would have their nostalgic buttons pressed when Soki interacts with the granddaughter of Jubei Yagyu. This legendary samurai was the hero of Onimusha 2 Samurai's Destiny, one game that happens to be my favourite within the Onimusha series. And very much like that fantastic game, Soki would come across other allies which gamers could play as, especially in co-op mode. Once again, the age-old argument of who would be player 1 could be heard around the world, but one gaming series as infamous for fueling this argument stars a certain blue hedgehog. Overall, the Onimusha games are fantastic to play, and with the remaster of the original Onimusha, I can only hope that the rest of the games will follow suit. Perhaps as the future progresses, the world of gaming will be blessed with another game within the Onimusha franchise. Maybe this time around, Samanosuke would team up with Miyamoto Musashi as they save Japan as well as the world against the forces of darkness in an adventure that not only transcends time but also space itself. Either way, gamers can enjoy each of the games that make up the Onimusha series and relive the adventure over and over again. Anyway, come back next time where I accept the challenge of the Gamerholic once again, but this time around he wants to know what are my top 10 fighting games that don't include Mortal Kombat or even the legendary Street Fighter. Thank you so much for watching and see you next game.